Hey guys, welcome to this video or this episode. In today's video, I'll be making these bralettes, these very beautiful crochet flower bralettes. So I am actually making this particular bralette for my sister, and for the sizing, she has like a very little, not really little. Her boobs is not really big. It's just small boobs. So this is the size, and as you can see, I have like a platform on which a flower is sitting on. So I'll show you how to get all of this done. So for this tutorial, I'll be using this color of yarn, lilac, and this is brand Yeye Nigeria, and this is a 40-gram net weight yarn. I will need a cutter and a 4.0 millimeter hook. So for row 1, I'll be doubling this strand. By now, if you're new to this channel, I'm used to doubling strand, especially if I'm using this weight of yarn. See how tiny the strand is. But if you're not a new person, if you're one of our fam, you already know the drill. I usually double my yarn, the strands, because of how tiny the strand is. So I want to have like a very thick texture. That's why I'm doubling. So to get started, I will start by creating a magic circle. Start by creating a slip knot. Creating a slip knot. After creating a slip knot, you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go into the very first chain with a slip stitch to create our magic circle. Sorry guys. Go into the very first chain, yarn over and pull through the chain, and voila, here is our magic circle. So I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and I'll go into the circle we just created with 12 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are going to go around, like I said earlier, with 12 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end. So I'm almost at the end of the first row. We have 11 double crochet here. Remember, the chain 2 we made does not count as a stitch. So I'll go in with our last double crochet, and I'll go into the chain 2 stitch I made with a slip stitch to end this row. So we are done with this row. So for row 2, I will chain 2, and for row 2 I'll be working on the back loops only. So I'll go into the back loop with 2 double crochets in every stitch on the back loops only. I'll go into the back loops with 2 double crochets, 2 double crochet in every back loop or in every stitch, the back loops all around this row. Remember, whatever you're doing in this row should be, or this row going forward should be on the back loop. So I'm going to place 2 double crochets in every stitch, the back loops of every stitch all around this row, just like so. Go into the back loops,
with 1, 2 double crochet. So you're going to place 2 double crochet all around this row on the back loops. On the back loops, 2 double crochets. Move to the next. On the back loops, 2 double crochets. So I'm going to go into the chain 2 stitch I made with the slip stitch to end this row. So I'm done with our row 2, and as you can see, we left the front loops and it's showing. So we are going to go into, for our row 3, we are going to go into the back loops. So going forward, we are going to be working on the back loops. So for row 3, we are going to go into the back loops with 1 double crochet normal, 1 double crochet increase. So you're going to place 1 double crochet and you move to the next with another double crochet increase. So I've placed 2 double crochet in one stitch. So the next stitch I'll be placing 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, 2 double crochets. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. On the back loops, guys. In the next stitch, 2 double crochets. In the next stitch, 1 double crochet. So that is that for this particular row. Place 2 double crochet in one stitch, 1 double crochet in the next, 2 double crochet in one stitch, 1 double crochet in the next. So that's what you'll be doing for row 3. I'll place 1 double crochet in that space and move to the next with 2 double crochets. One double crochet, the next 2 double crochets. Remember guys, whatever you're doing should be on the back loops. So I'm emphasizing on the back loops because working on the back loops is very important for this project. So we have 2 double crochet in this space, and the next space 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. So that's how it's going to be around the row 3. I'll place 1 double crochet in the last space. And I'll go into a chain 2 stitch with a slip stitch to end. So this is what it should look like. I'll chain 2 for row 4. Each row comes with its own duties, so I'll go into the back loops with double crochets, 2 double crochets, and in the next 2 stitch I'll go in with just 1 double crochet, no increase in the next 2 stitch. And the next stitch I'll go in with 2 double crochet increase. One double crochet increase, 2 double crochet, no increase. So in the next stitch I'll go in with 2 double crochet, no increase, and the next 2 stitch, and in the third stitch I'll go in with double crochet increase, 2 double crochet increase. 2 double crochet, no increase, 1. The next stitch, another double crochet, no increase, 2. And in the third stitch, I will place a double crochet increase on the back loops, guys. I'll go into the next 2 stitch. I'll go into the next 2 stitch with double crochet, no
so
increase.
What you will do is, so you crochet 2 normal, and in the third space you will place 2 double crochet increase. So for this row 3, this is our row 1. Our row 1 was let's say a foundation row where we placed 12 double crochet. Our row 2 was a increase row where we had 2 double crochet in every space, 2 double crochet in every space all the way around. And our row 3 was a second increase row where we had 1 increase and 1 normal, 1 increase, 1 normal, 1 increase, 1 normal. Our row 4 is a third increase row where we had, and on this row we will place 2 normal, 1 increase. So I'm going to go into the 2 spaces left with 2 normal, no increase. Since our last stitch was an increase stitch, the 2 spaces left here will be no increase stitch. So I'm going to go into the chain 2 space, so chain 2 stitch we made with a slip stitch to end our row 4. So I'm done with our row 4. As you can see, our loops that we left out, our front loops that we left out is all standing out. So for our row 5, I will chain 2, 1, 2, and go into the next space, the back loops only, the next space with 2 double crochets increase, and in the next 3 space I won't be placing an increase. So in the next 3 space will be a normal double crochet without an increase, and on the 4th I will place an increase, 2 double crochet increase. So that's increase, 3 stitch of no increase, increase. So I'm going to go in with a 3 stitch of no increase, double crochet stitch of no increase, and on the 4th you place an increase. So as you go down the row, you'll be increasing the numbers of no increase. So basically that's it for the circle. That was where I increased 3 stitch of no increase, and I'll go into the next stitch with an increase, 2 double crochet increase in the same space on the back loops. So that's an increase, 1 2 3 of no increase, an increase, 1 2 3 of no increase, an increase. So that's what you'll be doing basically for this row all the way around. So you're going to go into the chain 2 stitch you made with the slip stitch to end. I am done with row 5, and this is where I will end. I'm not going any further because my sister boobs, like I said, is not really big, so this platform was okay for her boobs. But if your boobs is bigger, you can extend your platform, make it bigger. So this platform was okay. 5 rows was okay for her boobs.
So I did same thing on both platforms. 5 rows on this other side, 5 rows on this other side. So next round we are going to start placing our flowers on top of the platform. That's what we are going to do. So I'm going to chain 1 to fasten and cut off. So I'm done with our platform. Next is a flower, and we are going to start from the middle all the way around to the end. So I'm going to make a slip stitch, and I will pick a loop. Remember the loop we left out in the first row? I'll pick any of the stitch or the loop on any stitch there, and I will chain 2, and I'm going to go into that same space where I made a chain 2 with 2 double crochets. One, two, we have 3 double crochet as clusters. I'm going to move into the next stitch, the next loop, with 3 double crochets in that same stitch. 1, 2, 3. So I have 6 double crochet in the 2 spaces. I will chain 2, turn my work, and go into every space there with 2 double crochets. In every space I will place a 2 double crochet. So I will be placing 2 double crochet on the first stitch, because I chain 2 on that row doesn't count as a stitch. So you're going to place 2 double crochet in every stitch. So at the end of the day you should have 12 double crochets. 2 double crochet in every stitch. So yeah, this is it. 2 double crochet in every stitch all the way down. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1 left. I'm going to place, to make it 12, on the last stitch. So we have 12 double crochet right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, and that's 12. I'm going to count 5 spaces. I'll skip 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 5th I'm going to make a slip stitch. Yeah, I'll turn our work, chain 1, and I'll go into every space with a slip stitch. I'll go into every space there with a slip stitch. I'll slip stitch all the way down. I will count 5 on this other side. 1 2 3 4 5. I will go into that with a slip stitch. So this is our first petal. So I'll chain 2 1 2, and I'll go into that same space where we did a slip stitch with 3 double crochets to create our second petal. 1 2 with 3 double crochets. We have 3 double crochet in that space. In the next space we will place another 3 double crochets. We have 3 double crochet this space, 3 double crochet in that space. A chain 2 in this space doesn't count as a stitch, so I will chain 2, turn our work. I will place 2 double crochets in every space. Two double crochet in every space all the way down. At the end of the row you should have 12 12 double crochet. Two double crochets in every space. 1 2. So I'm going to confirm if it's up to 12. Okay, so I have 12. So what I will do now is I will skip 5. So I'll skip from the very first stitch. 1 2 no 2 3 4 no. Okay, I'll skip from the very first stitch, and then in the next stitch, in the 5th stitch, so the 5th stitch can be the stitch holding the other 3 double crochet. That doesn't mean you can just go into that very stitch with a slip stitch after counting 5, and I'll chain 1. I'll go into every stitch there with a slip stitch. Count 5. 1 2 3 4 5. So this particular the 5th stitch did not end under any stitch carrying 3 double crochet. So the stitch you can count can be the one carrying a double crochet, the other one cannot be the one carrying a double crochet. That doesn't mean, just go ahead and place a slip stitch in the 5th stitch after counting. So this is what we have. We are done with our 1 and 2 petals. These are 2 petals on the very first row. So what I will do next is I'll move on to the second row. 1 2, chain 2, and go into any space around in the second row with a slip stitch. So we have successfully moved from the first row to the second row. So I'm going to chain 2 and go into that very space where we did our chain 2 with 3 double crochets. Remember, our chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, so we are going to place 3 double crochets, and in the next space 3 double crochets. So we are going to do 3 double crochet in 3 spaces for this row and every other row going forward. So this is our second row of 3 double crochet. So So you're going to place 3 double crochet in 3 stitch. Remember in row 1 we did 3 double crochet in 2 stitch, but in row 3 and every other row going forward we are going to be placing 3 double crochet in 3 stitches. Chain 2, turn your work and place 2 double crochet in every space. Two double crochet in every space. All the way down. At the end of the row you should have 18 double crochet. So I'm going to skip 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, and in the 6th stitch I will make a slip stitch. Remember in row 1 it was we skipped 4, and in the 5th stitch we made a slip stitch. In row 2 you skip 5, in the 6th you make a slip stitch. So I'm going to chain 1, turn my work and go all the way down with a slip stitch. Go all the way down with a slip stitch. So I am almost, or I'm at the end. I'm going to skip 5, and in the 6th I will make a slip stitch to create a petal. So we have our first petal, and for this row we are going to make a total of 3 petals. So I'm going to move into creating the second petal. So I'm going to make a 3 double crochet in our slip stitch space where we did our slip stitch. I'm going to place 3 double crochets. I'm moving to the next, place another 3 double crochets. Moving to the next stitch and place the third 3 double crochets. So we should have a total of 9 double crochets.
That's very nice.
Chain 2, 1, 2, turn our work, place 2 double crochet in every space all the way down. 2 double crochet in every space all the way down. At the end of the row you should have 18 double crochets. So this is what it should look like. So I'm going to count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6th stitch is the one holding at 3 double crochets on the first petal. So I'm going to go beneath that stitch just like that with a slip stitch. I'll chain 1, turn our work and slip stitch all the way down. Slip stitch all the way down. I'll count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the 6th I will make a slip stitch to end. So we have 2 petals right now. I will chain 2, 1, 2. I'm going to that same stitch with 3 double crochets. Going to the next with 3 double crochets. I'm going to the third loop with 3 double crochets. Just like so. I will chain 2, turn my work, and go into every space with 2 double crochets. Place 2 double crochet in every space all the way down. At the end of the row, you should have 18 double crochets. So I'm going to count 6, and on the 6th, I will place a slip stitch just beneath the stitch. Okay, I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and slip stitch all the way down to the other end. Count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and slip stitch. So we have our 3 petals after the end of every other thing on this row, on our row 2. So this is what it should look like at the end of the day. So remember, our first row was 2 petals. Our second row is 3 petals. Our third row will be 5 petals. So as you go down the row, the numbers of petals increases. So for our row 3, I will be placing 5 petals. So I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to I'll pick any loop on the third row and make a slip stitch. So I've successfully moved from row 2 to row 3. So I'll chain 2, sorry, and I will go into that very stitch with 3 double crochets. So you place 3 double crochets in every loop 3 times, or in 3 loops. So we have 3 double crochets in 3 loops to 3, and I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, turn my work, and place 2 double crochet in every space. You're going to place 2 double crochet all the way. At the end, you should have 18 double crochets.
So I'm going to count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll go in there with a slip stitch. I will chain 1 and slip stitch all the way down. You slip stitch your way all the way down to the last stitch. So at the end of the last stitch, you're going to count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you go in there with a slip stitch to create a petal. Chain 3, go into that very space with 3 double crochet. So we are going to start creating another petal. Go into the next space with 3 double crochets. Go into the next space with 3 double crochets. So you're going to chain 2, turn your work, and 2 double crochet in every space. At the end of the day, you should have 18 double crochets. Remember, a chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, so I'm going to insert 2 double crochet in the chain 2 space, or where the chain 2 is. I'm going to count 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll place a slip stitch just beneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think that's where I have 5 slip stitch, chain, turn your work, slip stitch all the way. Count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slip stitch. So we've successfully created 2 petals on that row. So on that row, we are going to place a total of 5 petals. So I'm going to repeat the same process till the 5th petal. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4, and this is the 5th. So I'm just going to count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the 5th, which is just under here, I will slip stitch. I'll chain 1, turn my work, and slip stitch all the way to the other end. So I'm done. I'm going to count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one thing about this, you can decide to put it this way. You can decide to put it from inside. So for this one, I'll put it from inside. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5th. So I'll just put it from inside. Okay. Yeah, so I'm done with our row 1, 2, 3, our row 3, and it is left with our row 4, this row, to finish our bralette. So like I said, every process is the same. The only difference is as you grow in each row, our petals, the numbers of our petals keep growing. The first one was 2, the second one was 3, the third one was 5, and the fourth one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be 7. So as you go down the row, each the numbers of petals varies, but every other thing is the same. The whole process is the same. It's just the numbers of petals that varies. So yeah, so I'm done with our third row. So for our fourth row, you just start just the way we've been doing. Chain 2, 1, 2, and go into any of the space around, slip stitch. You have successfully moved down to the last row, so I will chain 2 and go in with 3 double crochet. So basically that's for these petals, or for the bralette. Basically that's for it. It's just to know how many numbers each row will need. That way you'll be able to determine the numbers you will need for each row. Numbers of petals I meant you will need for each row. So I have 3 double crochet in 3 spaces here, and that will give me 9. So I will chain 2, turn my work, and place 2 double crochet in every space all the way down. Place 2 double crochet in every space all the way down till you get to the end. I have 18 double crochet here. So what I will do is I will count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th here I will slip stitch, chain 1, turn my work, slip stitch all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 18 slip stitch all the way down. Count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you slip stitch here. So I've done our first petals for our 4th row. Here's our first petal, 1, 2, and I'll go in here with 3 double crochets. Three double crochet in the next space. Three double crochet in the 3rd space. So basically just repeat the same process 7 times to give you 7 petals for this row. As you move down the row, okay, let's say your boob size is, if your boob size is bigger than this, remember your base determines the size. Is the base that determines the size of the boob. So if your boob size is bigger than this, then you have to increase your base, which is the circle we did. You have to increase the base, and then increasing the base, you know what to do. When we were increasing the base, we ended in chain double crochet 3 times, and then increase, double crochet 3 times, increase 3 times. So if you're to increase for the next row, should be double crochet 4 times, then increase, double crochet 5 times, then increase for us much as you want to fit into your boobs, but this was okay to fit into my sister's boob size, so that's why I'm working with this particular size. But if your size is bigger than this, it's just to increase the base. You increase the base just the way I have illustrated, all the way around. The circle is our base basically before you start making the petals, the flowers. So that's it basically. So after everything, if you want to make it look together, you can leave it just like this, but if you want it scattered, you can just scatter it like this with your hands. I don't know which my sister will like, but whichever she likes is cool. So for this unfinished bralette, this part of the bralette, I'll go all around with the same process and the same methods all the way around till I have a total of seven petals. So we should have a total of 7 petals at the end of this row. And if your bralette is bigger, as you're growing, your petals should be growing by 2. So if for instance we have 7 petals now, if I had an extra row here, I should have 9 petals, 9, 11. Your petals should be growing by 2. We had 2 here, and we had 3, we had 5, and now we have 7. If I had an extra row here, it should be 9, should be growing by 2 all the way till it gets to your size. Then I'll show you how I attach this strap and how we will do the body strap that will grip us. So I will just proceed to finish this other bralette. Chain 2, turn your work, place 2 double crochet all the way till the end. Basically just repeat the same process till when you get to the end, but at the end you should have 7 petals. We already have 2 here, and this is our 3rd petal that I'm trying to make. So going forward, we should just have 7 petals till the end. There are 7 petals for the last row, and this is a flower. As you can see, it's coming together, or it has come together already. It's looking so beautiful already. It's already taking shape, or it has took shape already. I don't know. So this is a flower. So I just have this petal left to end the whole bralette thing. So I will count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th I will just go in with a slip stitch. I will chain 1, turn my work, and slip stitch all the way to the other end. So I am at the end of this, so I'm going to count I'm going to count 5. Like I said before, you can decide to connect it behind the petal or in front of the petal. So I will just go behind, count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th. I will just slip stitch, or I will slip stitch here, chain 1, cut our work, and then fast. So this is it, guys. This is our bralette. This is a bralette. This is the first one. I've scattered this one, looking scattered. You can make it to come together, but you can scatter at this point, and this is all together. I can decide to, you know, scatter. So this is what it should look like, guys, at the end of everything. So let me show you how I made this strap here. So you're going to keep it facing up like this. Make sure they are both looking up. So for this strap, I have 3 strands here. I'll be using 3 strands for this strap because I want it to be thicker than usual. So I will create a slip knot, and then I'll pick a point here, and I'll go in with my slip knot I just created, and I'll make a chain. So I'll make a chain as long as to go around my neck comfortably. I don't have to struggle with the chain and all, you get. So you make a chain to go around your neck comfortably. To make another strap, the one to go under the bralette. So I'll make a strap long enough, very long strap. So this is our other strap, the other strap. So what I will do is I will use this bit to give my edging nice finishing. So I will just go in here with the bit, just like this, and I'll make a knot, very very tight and firm knot at this edge. Make another one, make a knot tight enough. Make a knot this tight to put our braids. Cut the excess. Okay, this is it. So I am not going to put the beads here right now until I lace our bralette. So I'll just do same for here, attach a bead here and this other part of the bralette. So I successfully attached our 2 beads. See how nice this finishing is looking. So the next thing is I will hide our excess yarn. I'll finish our edging.
I'm writing it for you.
So for our lacing, to lace, I will pick up this and I will go in here. And lace it all the way. At least a fraction of the down part. Sorry guys, place a fraction of the down part, so I will attach this strap to this. I will lace a fraction of this part too. At least a fraction of this part too. So this is what it actually look like. This is our strap, and I'm going to use this ironing beads to make this other edge. So yeah, this is our bralette, guys. This should be the upper part, and this should be the lower part. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you find this helpful, please like, comment, and please, if you're new here, please do well to subscribe to our channel, as I'll be dropping more interesting videos and helpful tutorials every week on this channel. Thank you guys for sticking till the end. See you in the next one.